Good morning and welcome to Unveiling Meditation. This week's theme has been perseverance, and one of my favorite goddesses, and it's amazing how synchronicity comes together, because her story is the story of perseverance, and that's perseverance for and through love. And she showed up yesterday to speak into and to share this meditation with one of my groups. And now she is coming on strong for all of us. So as we jump in, my invitation to you is to just listen to her story, allow yourself to be guided. Everything that I'm speaking to and sharing in the story is all here and relevant, as it relates to our own inner spirituality, as it relates to how we work with our intuition. So just let yourself ride on the sounds of what your intuition is bringing you, the sounds of my voice and the room and the environment and all the ways it synchronizes. So taking a nice deep breath in, raising your chest up and allowing the shoulders to roll in a nice slide back into your spine, allowing the shoulders to drop down the shoulder blades to drop down the spine. And again, another nice deep breath in and a nice big exhale, blowing it all out. Any tension, any issues that have popped up already in this early part of the day, wherever your mind has wandered to, just setting it all free, becoming present to this moment. So you are prepared for the gifts, the many, many gifts that we are going to receive in our next few minutes together. As we journey in, we will begin with our light link, bringing middle finger to thumb. Again, another nice deep breath in. And on that inhale this time, allowing your attention and focus to reach up towards the sun, allowing your mind and your head to tilt up ever so slightly, the chest and the heart to open as you roll the shoulders, and imagining that liquid golden light of the sun hitting the top of your head, rolling down and over your spine, the spine down into the hips into the earth, the feet into the earth, as we shift our focus to the second part of our light link, calling forward the Divine Mother. In this journey that we make every morning as we meditate, every day that we are in conscious awareness of it, the journey we make, navigating between both heaven and earth and allowing for the two to be one. And so as you breathe in and out, becoming this conduit of light, for that golden light, your soul's purpose, to melt down into the earth, as you feel the earth and her rhythm and her heartbeat building up in your own, as we shift our focus into the heart, taking nice deep breaths in and out, allowing that heartbeat and that rhythm that you discover as you drop deeper and deeper in to begin to build into crescendo, until there is nothing left but the sound of your breath, gentle noises around you, as we begin our journey today into the underworld. Today we are working with the goddess Ishtar. She will be our guide into the underworld. And from the perspective of spirit, the underworld is earth. The underworld is earth. It is where we came, where as spirit we come and enter into the density and the immensity and heaviness, the challenges and the disconnection that we experience. And so as we follow Goddess Ishtar today, we are following her as though we are angels of light, descending in to earth's splendor and beauty. So as you feel yourself connecting with the earth, imagine as though you are dropping in from this angelic realm, this spiritual realm that is your consciousness within. And what's leading us here is love, the pursuit of love, for that is what brought Ishtar into the earthly realm, guided by her desire to follow her greatest love, her soulmate, Tammuz, the king of poetry, the minstrel, husbandry, one of the many, many generous gods in the Sumerian and Babylonian pantheon. And Ishtar, feeling his loss in his death, descends and chooses to descend into the earth. But in order to do so, she must first pass through the 7 gates of hell. And so today, as we make this descent into the earth, we follow Ishtar from her perspective, coming close to that first gate, entering us closer and closer into the earthly realm. We surrender that sacred diadem, that crown that she wears of sacred illumination. And as we release that crown of sacred illumination, it is the crown of heaven that empowers Ishtar to see all of the other worlds. And so I invite you to imagine Ishtar as she takes off this crown in all of her gifts, all of her abilities to intuit and to be in many places at once, simultaneously. As she releases this all for the sake of love. And as she approaches the next gatekeeper, he recognizes her and he reminds her that if she were to proceed any further, she is most likely not going to be able to return. But Ishtar, committed to this journey, committed to move through the darkness for the sake of love, releases her necklace of speech, the power of speech. And so as we are dropping in, I invite you to feel into the power of your voice, the ways in which you use it and wield it, knowing that as Ishtar released it, she wasn't just releasing her ability to communicate, but also the ability to create from her spoken word. So too do we possess this power, the power to create from our word, to give love, to create love in our kindness and in our connection with others. And so as she releases that necklace and places it at the 2nd gate, descending deeper into Hades, deeper into the underworld, she approaches the 3rd gate where she is asked to surrender her golden bracelets. Her golden bracelets that, from the spiritual perspective, allow her to drop her energy down so that it is not too much at any given time. They help her regulate the intensity of the love and the diamond light that flows through her. But they also control her ability to manifest and create her heart's desires. Her ability to pursue her heart's desires. And this is where we start to lose that connection to the heavenly realm, where Ishtar, now descending deeper and deeper in towards that 4th gate, begins to question her journey, and yet is called forward by the force of love. As you breathe in and out, notice where and how you feel your body synchronizing with this story, where you feel energy maybe intensifying or building. As you identify and feel yourself connecting with these sacred gifts of power and might. As we come upon the 4th gate, where Ishtar releases her power to wield light through that of the bejeweled girdle. It is the energy, the belt that she wears that allows her to hold and to wield the power, amplifying the 3rd chakra. As you feel into your inner realm, your belly, allowing through your breath for this space to open, as we come deeper and deeper into our bodies. While Ishtar is releasing these powers in the spiritual realm, notice how we hold our bellies. How do you hold your gut? Is it taut? Is it tense? Do you feel like you could take a nice deep breath in and let the muscles relax? Is your back tense? Do you carry the tension of it there? As we surrender this tension, releasing that girdle, we come upon the fifth gate. Ishtar, committed to love, committed to understanding what her journey is all about, goes after the royal scepter. And it is through this journey, as she releases her royal scepter, the scepter that gives her command of the air, and the wind, and the fire, and the earth, that we find ourselves fully melting into this inner realm, into the earth, as though we are becoming the soil. And as Ishtar continues down, she knows her journey is leading her to that of the underworlds. Not just Hades, but her half-sister Ereshkigal, who is queen of the darkness and the shadow. And as we surrender ourselves, as though the sun is being eclipsed and we sink deeply into the earth, it's as though there is nothing left but us in our inner realm. And yet we find here hope that Tammuz, that love will persevere, that we will still fulfill our dreams and our journeys to be reconnected with that divine light. And yet Ishtar knows, as she descends even deeper, releasing her sandals at the sixth gate that give her the power to locate, to fly, to be free, that she is fully within her sister's realm, imprisoned, captured like her love Tammuz. And from here, as she approaches the last gate, the gatekeeper asks her, why? Does she not know the risk and the sacrifice that she now has surrendered? As she surrenders her golden tunic, the last and final gate, the power to be impervious to death. And Ishtar simply asks him to take and to hold her tunic and to lead her to Tammuz. And the gatekeeper says he knows exactly where Tammuz is and he would be honored to lead her there. And so Ishtar, with great tears of joy, descends deeper into the shadows, into the caverns of the earth, seeking her love. And as she drops deeper and deeper in, she comes upon a room where she can see his light shining, and she is so overjoyed. And yet from here, she knows and can see that Tammuz, like all souls who descend into the earth, has completely lost his memory and the power and the understanding of how loved he is and who and what he is, and that at any time he could choose to leave. He's forgotten. And so as Ishtar approaches him, tears begin to form and cascade out, because she can feel his loss to his inner light, that power within. So I invite you here to take a deep breath in with Ishtar, feeling for yourself those moments in time when you felt abandoned and lost. When you have journeyed like Tammuz, completely lost in the quagmire, in the depths, in the depression, not knowing where your hope was going to come from. And so as Ishtar approaches Tammuz, She asks him, my love, do you not remember me? Please search in your heart. And Tammuz replies, lady, my lady, you are a lady of my dreams, and yet I know not who you are. And of course, Ishtar says, please, please come with me. And Tammuz replies, I cannot, for I am caught in the kingdom of Erishkigal, the kingdom of shadows, and I have sworn that I would stay. I have given my allegiance to her. Ishtar, feeling overwhelmed and desperate, begs Tammuz. And Tammuz feels a swelling in his heart, and he knows this lady from somewhere, someplace, sometime, and yet it is so remote and so distant that he begs her to take his love and his prayers and the swelling in his heart with her. And Ishtar finds hope and goes in pursuit of her sister Erishkigal. Naked, vulnerable, as she approaches Erishkigal at her mighty throne. Ishtar is wrapped in a cotton tunic, and by now she has completely forgotten her reasons for being here and who she is. Yet she surrenders on her knees, her head bowed to the ground, presenting herself before her sister Erishkigal, who has a mighty hearty laugh, and in total disbelief that her sister, who has always been so pious and pompous and full of herself and the light and the love, wanting to shine it all over the world, here she is, humbled, surrendered in this moment. I invite you again to take a breath in and feel those moments when you've bowed down to the earth, placed your forehead to the ground, and begged Erishkigal in complete and total shock and surprise, asks Ishtar to rise and ask what could have led her to this moment, to this state. And of course, Ishtar replies, I am here because in the beauty of this world, I have found the love of my life, and I would stay here 1,000 times over and be held in the beauty of the flowers and the birds and the trees and the sounds of the river as it rolls down the mountainside, if it means that I can be near my love. And so Erishkigal approaches her sister in total disbelief, realizes that if Ishtar, the queen of heaven and light and mighty force with all of these gifts, is willing to lay them all down, her power, her might, for the sake of love, and if she can come to the realm of shadows and still find love, that the gifts of joy and light in the kingdom of shadows, in the kingdom of heaven, truly are united and are one. And so Erishkigal, embracing her sister in love, grants her all of her powers back. And she grants Tammuz the powers of his memory. And in receiving those sandals for flight, and in receiving her tunic for infinite life, and in receiving her royal scepter to be able to have command of the elements, and her bejeweled girdle, the amplifies the powers of her third chakra. She empowers all of life within the kingdom of the earthly realm to receive these gifts. So as you breathe in and out, feeling yourself in those moments when your soul has felt so free it can fly, you have felt so full of joy and light that you know that your soul will go on and on and on. And you can feel the power of the wind rushing through your mind and fire in your veins and your heart as you have persevered and pursued love. You can feel the warmth of the earth and its solidness beneath your feet as you place on those gold bracelets that empower you to manifest your heart's desires, to hear them, to know them clearly. When you place on that necklace of speech, it gives you the power of the spoken word, not just to communicate and to be love, but to truly command the elements with your thoughts, to be the creator in all of your magnificence and glory. And finally, receiving that diadem, that crowned, jeweled crown of light, as you find yourself coming back to where our journey began, feeling the sun shining down upon your head, illuminating this crown in its beautiful halo of light and love, the crown of heaven that is here for all of us to receive, that empowers us to see these other worlds of the earth, in the heavens, and into the hearts, to know the hearts of others, to be empowered to hold love and beauty and grace here on this planet, as you see all of its bejeweled beauty through the many colors of the flowers in the fields, and the sounds of the wind in the trees, and the roll of the ocean against the shore, and the height of the mountains, their strength, and the slow babble of the brook as it runs clear in its purpose. And so, giving thanks for all of this beauty, for heaven is here on earth. And you have persevered. Your light, your love, your power. You have navigated through the darkness and found love. And so my invitation to you is, as you sit and hold all of these powers in your heart, allow them to guide you and to speak to you. Remember that they are yours, your divine birthright, your gift, and your gift to this world. And they will guide you in your darkest of moments, showing you how to embrace and capture more power, more light, and more love. And so as you breathe in and out today, allowing for each of these powers to be felt in your body and around you, but also feeling the power of love in your heart. For all of the might and glory is meaningless without it. Feeling this love building in your heart and swirling around. Your power to love, the greatest gift we all possess. And so as we began our journey, taking a nice deep breath in, breathing love in, and raising it up as you allow your chest to open, taking another breath in and raising that love up, opening your heart, lifting your spirit and your mind to that of the heavens and giving thanks. Feeling this love and this divine connection that runs cohesively through you as this pillar of light. Raising your heart up and releasing and sending whatever prayers into the ethers to be received, as you in turn receive the prayers of our loved ones, the prayers for love and connection, joy and hope. As you slowly begin to roll your ankles, roll your wrists, allow your neck to move from side to side, and just feeling the physicality as though you can imagine that necklace and that crown and those sandals and that girdle, that belt, that tunic, and feel that scepter in your hand as you slowly start to make your way back into the room, back into the moment, feeling the power of love within. May it be a beautiful day, a beautiful weekend, beautiful week, until we meet again. Ashi.